We are live. You already know who it is. My name is Mike Kyle, aka the Fantasy Vulture. I have over a decade worth of fantasy football experience and have continuously competed for fantasy championships over the course of the past 6 seasons. Let's make it 7 in 2020. But enough of me. I'm here for you. On today's episode of the FB Show, we are going to go right into our Week 12 game recaps, breaking down every single Week 12 matchup, all through the lens of fantasy football. So if you're excited for this video, be sure to hit that like button down below like an open receiver downfield. Also, smash that subscribe button like a power running back up the middle so you never miss a video from me. And last but not least, you can follow me on all social media platforms at FFVulture. The content I am going to be producing on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok over the course of the next 5 weeks is going to be astronomical, and I'm so excited to share what I have in store for all of you guys as we approach the playoffs and, of course, championship season, which I hope as many of you win championships this year as physically possible. But let's dive right into Week 12. The Patriots upset the Cardinals by a final score of 20-17. Arizona falls to 6-5, and the Patriots improve to 5-6. Kyler Murray was in hell. He was in shambles all game long. The Patriots blitzed a ton. They sent a ton of pressure his way, and he did make a few mistakes throughout. He was 23 of 34 for 170 yards, 30 rushing yards, and an interception. Kenyan Drake, while inefficient, gets into the end zone twice. 22 carries, caught 3 of 4 passes for 93 total yards and 2 touchdowns. And DeAndre Hopkins definitely had a bust game for sure. 5 of 7 for 55 yards, and that's it. And if you're not going to be able to get points on the board, whether it is the yardage or no touchdowns, DeAndre Hopkins really looked a bit pedestrian in this matchup. But you want to talk about pedestrian. Cam Newton, 9 of 18 for 84 passing yards, 46 rushing yards, and 2 interceptions. I mean, that's so bad, but they won, so does it really matter, right? James White gets more involved, 5 carries, 18 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and Damien Harris had 14 carries and 47 yards. Obviously, getting vultured by James White at the goal line twice definitely hurts Harris, but if you started White, that is great news for him because he wasn't really involved in the passing game as much as we were accustomed to or as much as we wanted him to be without Rex Burkhead. So James White rest of season is one of my must-add players off of the waiver wire this week. Again, White, we'll start there. White only had 1 target in this game, and we know that that's not his traditional role. You look at their upcoming schedule, it's the Chargers, the Rams, the Dolphins, Buffalo, and then the Jets, and that really is a great matchup for White the rest of the way. Damien Harris is still a guy who should be starting just because he does get the goal line work, and he gets the majority of carries in between the 20s. Obviously, there is the potential for him to be vultured by James White, by Cam Newton, so that does really give him a hard cap to his upside. So I like Harris as a running back. I like Harris as a running back 3 and/or flex play for that matter. And then I'm still not confident starting Jacoby Myers, Demir Byrd. Just no. It's Cam Newton, and then it's the running backs, and that's pretty much it for me as far as the Patriots go. For Arizona, Kyler Murray just crashed and burned. It is what it is. Very similar to Dalvin Cook. You were due for a bad Kyler Murray game. He's been so great for you all season long. But if you look at, this is actually really fascinating. If you look at what Kyler did during the early part of the year, you guys know that on a lot of the platforms, these platforms, they color code a lot of their matchups, right? Between green and red. And red basically means stop, and green means go. And if you look at Kyler Murray's first 11 games, 9 of them were in the green. 3 of them were in the red. The red games were San Fran, Miami, and New England this week. Obviously, versus San Fran and Miami, it didn't matter because he still went nuclear. But the vast majority of Arizona's schedule, especially offensively, has been easy for Kyler. Going forward, it's the Rams, the Giants, the Eagles, San Fran again, and then the Rams. I'm not worried about Kyler by any means, but I do think that's actually really interesting to know how easy of a schedule he had during the first half of the season. And what he does come playoff time now, I guess we'll wait and see. DeAndre Hopkins, not worried about it. Kenyan Drake, great game from him. This is something, getting in the end zone twice. I saw a tweet that said Kenyan Drake is doing what we expected him to when we drafted him in the first round. Yes, that is absolutely correct. The pass catching work still really isn't there, which is the bummer, and that schedule for him upcoming should be fine for those. Chase Edmonds, I'm still not in on Chase Edmonds. I get that the targets and things like that are there, but man, if Edmonds doesn't get into the end zone, he's not going to do a whole lot for you. And there are just other guys who I'd probably rather take my shot on at the running back position in a championship or playoff matchup. Christian Kirk disappoints for the third straight week, actually, after going crazy for a 3-week stretch before that. The targets are still there. He's still getting about 6 or 7 a game, which is nice. So if you do need that spot start, this is an offense that can obviously go nuts on any given week. Kirk kind of falls in that same category for me as T. Higgins, where if I need that spot start and I'm in that desperation play, that's when I'll play those guys. And then DeAndre Hopkins is DeAndre Hopkins. No, not much else to add there. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button down below, like an open receiver downfield. Also, smash that subscribe button like a power running back up the middle so you never miss a video from me. Last but not least, you can follow me on all social media platforms at FFVulture. Again, the content that is going to be coming out is insane. I'm so excited to show you guys what I have in store. And last but not least, remember, people come and go, but fantasy championships are forever, and I will see you in the next video.